Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. And 3 weeks in.
Hey, this is not the next edition. This is the July edition. This is the pace we're going.
This is, the world's on fire. Sometimes you just need to shut the hell up and just let the world burn for a minute before you say anything. I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
So yesterday, you text and said, "Hey, are we doing a podcast tomorrow?" I said, "Yep." I said, "What time?" You said, "What time?" I said, 9:45, which is about 45 minutes earlier than what we normally do. Okay? So, it's 9:45 on the button right now when we got started.
Boom.
Boom.
We're started.
Hold on.
We're started at 9:45. That's awesome.
It is. Okay.
Never start early or on time.
So, 30 minutes ago, you text me or call me. You called me maybe.
It's 30 minutes ago. You can't remember?
And said, "Hey, can I come early? Because I just drove by and see that Kara's already gone." I said, "Yeah, that would be great. Come on." She just left. Then you didn't show up until 9:45, which is fine. It was the original time, but why would you text or call 30 minutes ago and say, "Can I come early?" and then not show up until 9:45?
Well, I mean, I had good intentions, obviously.
You did, but this was only 30 minutes ago. What?
I had to go get a Powerade.
And that took 30 minutes.
I saw my Uncle Newt. He introduced me to his flavor of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just talked to my Uncle Newt. Sorry. But now you've backed yourself into a corner. Yeah, no, you did. You did. You don't know that you did, but I'm glad that you brought it up because I walk in and my friend, your friend from down Melvin said, "You guys filming today?" She goes, "Well, recording, I guess, would be the better terminology." I said, "Yeah, we're recording today. First time in like 3 weeks." "I know, it's been a minute." She said, "It's actually been 3 weeks. It's been a few minutes."
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Well, great. I can't wait to hear it. It notifies me when YouTube pops up."
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, "Lucas comes down here dirty all the time."
Yeah.
She said, "Do you think she said, "I don't know." I said, "We don't have anything to talk about." I said, "Because the world is crazy. I've not been anywhere. Lucas generally doesn't go anywhere other than here." Then they went to brag on old Lucas for about 10 minutes. They love you down there.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Now,
No.
All right.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Well, hold on.
Yep.
So, how is this backed me into a corner?
I'm just saying.
You getting there?
Uh-huh.
Or have you just changed the subject?
I've danced around it. Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I'm great at.
Yeah, I get it, though.
I'm great at deflecting heat off myself.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So, I just... Did I use that wrong, Miss Marilyn?
No, everything you did was right there, yeah.
Well, you looked...
No,
your eyeballs went to the...
I'm just looking up there as to... I still don't think I got the answer other than Newt.
I just run into my Uncle Newt, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's where... Let's see. It takes about 2 minutes to drive to Melvin's, 2 minutes to drive back.
Yep.
So then we're at 9:19.
Mm-hmm.
So the 26 minutes is what I'm looking for,
Mm-hmm.
right?
All Newt.
No, about 15 maybe was Newt.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other was these girls tell me how much of a sex symbol you are to the Melvin's community. I didn't know this. Known you my whole life, didn't know there was women horny for you. Just you lied to our fan base last time.
What did I say?
You told me your demographic was Kara and 60 and over.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
I'm a sex symbol down here.
These women, you're a real just panty dropper in Melvin's, and I didn't know this was.
What can I say?
I don't know. They just said Lucas. I said Lucas doesn't really leave unless it's to come here.
Yeah.
That's our running joke on the podcast with each other.
Mhm.
They said, and he always looks so dirty
Yeah.
when he comes in here, and we just don't know what he does. I said, he farms.
Mhm.
That's why. And they said, oh, he really does.
Mhm.
So, so they've been thinking you're a fake farmer this whole time.
That just comes in just dirty as shit for no reason, smells like cattle and chickens.
Then they said your legs are too sexy to be covered in cow manure.
You talked to Brandy.
Well, I didn't, but they were telling me what Brandy said.
Oh, okay.
And then, Brandy could have had all that smoke in high school. I mean, she had the opportunity to approach you about it
Right.
20 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
She didn't, I guess, 20 years ago. But now she's confident. She's out of her shell, and she's talking about Lucas having these nice calves with cow shit on them.
You know what I don't do a lot is go anywhere in shorts. I don't know why. At some point in time, I just decided that I wear pants. I don't know when that happened, but I've decided when I go out, I wear pants. I embarrassed myself the other day by going into Melvin's in shorts, and
Don't tell me you had those god-awful flip-flop sandals on.
I did. I was heading to jiu-jitsu, and I had on my sandals, and I went in there and embarrassed myself because I went in, and as I was walking up there, I had to get gas, and I had to go in and pay for it. And as I was walking up there, I thought, I'm in sandals. I'm in sandals right now. I've got these god-awful sandals on.
Yeah.
And I got in there, and the very first thing I said was, don't look at my feet. I've got on sandals.
Such a girl move.
Yeah. I said, don't look at me. Everybody just stare up at the ceiling while
What's everybody going to do?
They just
Look at your sandals.
First thing they done, looked at them. I done it to myself. They looked at them. And then they said, you got nice legs. I was like, don't.
God.
I don't, though. Just don't look at them. Just quit looking at them. Let me pay for my gas. Let me run out of here like a scared little kid.
Is this what we call Herman and Spring standards? Do they not know what else exists in this world?
They don't.
You have nice legs.
But not only that, if they think that I'm attractive, what does that say about their standards? I don't know.
I mean, you're not a good bad-looking guy, Lucas.
You just had the mental slip. You said you're not a good, bad-looking guy. You had to do it to yourself.
Oh, I didn't.
You done it to yourself.
You probably won most attractive in Herman Springs after I left.
Possibly.
I mean, I crowned you.
Yeah.
I passed it down, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
What does that say about Herman Springs?
What does it say? It's what I keep going back to. If
we're most attractive.
If I'm most attractive.
With our bodies?
Yeah.
This was attractive to people?
I'm most likely to eat the entire rack of Oreos down there.
I think the gold chain probably won me a few votes.
Yeah.
The silver chain.
I mean, I wore Jinko shorts.
Yeah, you and Carlos Spivey.
We did it.
So was he second in the running, you think?
You got it. You got it.
Yeah. Did
it was more of a how wide is your pant leg vote than it was anything at that point.
Well, they went on to say that you were a beautiful man.
Okay. Here's the thing.
The next thing out of their mouth was, but there was also this gay guy coming here that it was beautiful.
Yeah, I guarantee. Here's what it is. They are very, very nice to me down there. And I'm very, very nice. I try to be nice to them because they're nice to me. I won't say I'm very nice. I would just say that they're very nice to me. And they like me down there, and so they're nice about it. You know how when you say bless their heart?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. He's a good-looking guy. Bless his heart.
Okay.
That's what they're doing.
I'm just saying,
That's what they're doing.
Do you even pay for anything down there?
Everything. Just everything.
You don't get a free sandwich out of the deal?
I try not to do it. I try not to do that.
Have you been offered?
Mm-mm.
Brandy's not offered you a free sandwich?
Mm-mm. She aggravates me about having nice legs, but that's about it. And that's just recent.
Well, then you don't know how to work the game. If you're not using those legs to get a free bologna sandwich every now and then, disappointed in you.
Yeah, I don't do that. I've never done that. I'm not. I told the guy who teaches jiu-jitsu class, I'm really good in 2-minute increments. I'm that guy that for 2 minutes, I'm your buddy. I'm the best. I'm the best conversationalist ever. And then 2 minutes later, I'm trying to get out the door because I've run out of stuff to say. I'm that guy that'll point at you on the way out the door. I'll drop a line, and I'll point at you. And you know what that's for? Put you on the spot long enough for me to slip out the door. You gotta. What's he trying to get me to say? And then I'm gone. And now you're off the hook, and so am I. I'm 2 minutes. My 2 minutes is up, and I'm out. I'm gone.
How does that relate to your sex life?
About the same. 2 minutes, I point at you. Why are we pointing? I slip out the door. Is it over? Are we done? Are we done now?
No, just checking. I thought maybe. There's a kid I work with now. He's a big mixed martial arts. He's went into the. He looks like a little mini Brock. He's about 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
Little Brock Lesnar. But I just walk up on him all the time. I come out of the office and just be doing like knee kicks in the air and working on combos.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, maybe pick up a broom. I don't know.
Sweep something, let's like the guy that's shadowboxing on the treadmill. Why don't you just do what you're doing instead of that?
This kid's hardcore though. He's wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
Wearing a hoodie to shred down for his next
got spaghetti on his sweater already.
Somebody just suggested that maybe when I told him how hardcore of a warrior he was with the fight game, they're like, why don't you just put him with Lucas? See what's really going on here. But he's a professional fighter. He's like 1-3.
Well, that's good.
So
you don't know what his name is, or you're just not going to say it?
No, I'm not going to say his name. But
There's the guy that's the black belt, or he's a black belt at our jiu-jitsu
this
school.
probably's got like a belt.
Belt for his belt. Yeah.
I don't think he's got a black or yellow or.
There's a guy that's a black belt at our jiu-jitsu academy, and he is the most terrifying individual that I've ever met. And the reason I say that is because he's so unassuming. He's like 100 and I think he fought at like 155 pounds, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 145, something like that. He's very unassuming. He's very quiet. Like if you were to, if you're out in the bar and you've been drunk a little bit and your confidence is up and, you're just looking for a fight, he's the guy you're going to aim at, right? Because he's a small guy. When he talks, he's easy to tower over, and he talks real quiet, and it's hard for me to hear because I can't hear for shit anyway, so it's hard for you to hear. And he's always got on some type of Ninja Turtles or Captain America or something like that. But you know what he is? He's vicious. He's really vicious. He'll do punch drills with you. He'll throw me around like a rag doll. Like, oh, this guy's going to really mess me up. What's going to happen here? He'll do punch drills. He was doing a punch drill, and he hit me so many times in the face that he got tired of hitting me in the face.
That's not nice.
He was hitting me, and all of a sudden he quit for just a few minutes. And we got done. I told him, I said, hey, at one point you weren't hitting me as much. What was I doing at that point that I wasn't doing at the rest of it? He goes, oh, nothing. I just got tired of hitting you in the face. My arms were tired.
How'd that make you feel?
No worse than the rest of it had, because, I outweighed him by close to 100 pounds, and he threw me around like I wasn't even really standing there. Tripped me, and then kind of like flipped me over, and then was knee on belly and punched me in the face, and I was like, oh, this is just happening. He would have killed me by now if he wanted to.
It's like a cat just catches a chipmunk in the yard and just plays with it.
Just playing with it.
And then by the time the chipmunk gets away, the cat goes, here and just hits it with that paw again.
Just knocks you right back down. Come here. That's kind of what happened there.
It's unfortunate.
It's very disheartening. You have this idea that you could handle yourself in a fight. But unfortunately, you might walk up on that guy. And then what are you going to do?
Yeah, if anybody's mad enough, I always thought if I'm mad enough at somebody, I could probably go in there psychotically. And I'm pretty crazy strong. When I'm mad,
right? We talked about that the other day. That people have this thought in their head that, well, when I'm mad, that wouldn't happen to me. And then the guy said, "But you think that, but right now you have all of your mental faculties. You can think your way through anything." And I could roll you up and you couldn't do anything to me right now. He said, and I'm not even good at this. There's people out there that are much better at this than I am. And you don't know who they are is the problem. You might walk up on the guy that's a real badass, and that be the guy that you've decided that you're an asshole to today.
Well, just don't be an asshole.
Just don't be an asshole is the point.
That's a great way to live. Just don't be an asshole, and you probably won't be in either situation.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully you don't pick on the wrong guy.
So it's been, like I said, 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks ago today. We missed another Father's Day episode. Did you have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. you get a present?
Yeah, I got a wooden tray that's got Daddy and Camden and Elijah wrote on it to carry out to the grill for when I go grilling.
Awesome.
Got all my stuff toted out.
Um,
Also got a Camden picked out a Lightning McQueen Storm from Cars 3. Picked out his little truck in his car for me to play with.
there you go.
I really liked it.
Well, and it's smart on his part because it's something he wants, obviously. And he's getting to play with it.
Yeah.
Waylon used to get me like superhero underwear or sleeping pants or something that I never would have wore otherwise, but I wore the hell out of those Ninja Turtle underwear for years. Because Waylon bought it for me.
Mm-hmm.
We missed another opportunity to get Curtis Hatcher on this show.
Yeah, okay.
We've got to get Curtis Hatcher.
Does that tie back to Father's Day?
It does. He's had a hell of an idea for the last 2 years since we started back. He wanted to get him and James and all four of us just really tell father's stories. I mean, he listens
I've got
to
a
the show.
really good one here in just a minute for this situation, but go ahead.
That's it. Go ahead. Perfect segue to your Father's Day story.
It's it's a father's story. So I was informed 2 days ago that there's a guy that's in his early 40s that somebody I know knows that's about to have his 12th child.
Yep, he's a fucking idiot. Wow.
Could you imagine 12 children? Now,
I'm sorry.
I may be getting too close in by dropping this next part. Somebody might know him, and I apologize. Because I don't have anything against this guy other than the fact that the thought of 12 children freaks me out.
Sickens me. Really.
He has 10 girls, or will have 10 girls.
Yeah.
Holy shit. 12 children.
I was aggressive. First off,
I
was aggressive when I said he was an effing idiot. I apologize. This guy,
he
probably
may be
a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
I just know my mind would be lost.
It is.
I would drive my truck right off Del Hollow Dam if I had 12 children. If I had 9 children, I would drive off Del Hollow Dam. If I had 7 children.
I'm going to say, where's the limit, though? I mean, it's like
3.
5
for
maybe?
me. 3.
3, right.
3. That's it. Tell you.
Right, one more and you're head first in the lake.
Yep. Holly Creek, here I come.
Yeah. 12 children. My thought was, if you're sitting at the dinner table with all 12 children, at some point, you're going to have to look over at your wife and say, what's that one's name? Who is that one? Is there somebody in between? You'll be sitting there thinking, you go, is there somebody between Persephone and Delilah? Was there a kid in the middle there? I mean,
where did you get snake?
It just popped in my head.
Persephone?
Yeah.
Is that when you can't just...
That was just what popped in my head. Persephone
Priscilla and Stephanie mixed into one?
I guess. And Delilah.
I mean, Delilah's a Persephone?
I don't know.
That's like taking a
my mind is so boggled by the thought of 12 children. I was thinking you'd have to just start making up shit.
Is that the white version of La Michael?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Persephone.
How Rashonda.
Yeah,
you got to put a la or ra in front of something. So
you put the ani on it. Well, I don't know. Persephone. I don't know.
Anyway,
yeah,
12 kids is stupid.
That's too much.
That's too much. This is not 1941. Right?
Think of how long it's going to take you to cook dinner. All the time.
Salvation Army. That's what you're going to the Salvation Army.
You know how long bath time takes with 3 kids.
I don't even give kids. At my house, we don't even have baths for days sometimes because, you know.
Because it's an issue, right? It takes time. There's never any hot water. At 12 kids, everybody just, when they get their own house, they'll go, oh shit, there's hot water. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know hot water was a thing. We've had, at best, warm water for 18 years is what I've had, is with 12 kids in the house. God. What are you going to do? And he's in his 40s.
We'd have to be somewhat aged.
Yeah. He's in his 40s, so he's going to be into his 60s, almost 70. When some of these kids get out. No, he's going to be in his 60s when some of these kids get out of school.
I don't know.
What would you do? What would you do? What would you do?
I'd let them raise themselves.
You'd kind of have to at some point.
I think I would.
You'd have to pick some older one and give them some younger ones.
if Joseph was the oldest one, and Katie, was the oldest daughter, you're like, all right,
those three are yours.
Do you want Stephen and Chastity?
Which ones do you want? Because you have to raise some of these. I know it's my fault. This is mine and your mother's fault. I know, but unfortunately, now you have to raise some of these kids. There's too many of y'all.
Yeah. No, I don't care that you're trying to study for your ACT.
I don't care.
You don't have a future, probably.
Yeah.
This is a Mennonite community, it feels like, right now. This is Amish.
My first thing was, are they Amish or Mennonite or Catholic or something? I mean,
lift up one of those dresses, see what's going on. The oldest kids are raising them. That's what happened essentially to my mom's family. There's like 11 or 12 of those kids originally. And the mom died when she was 34, I think, and my grandmother died. And my uncle was kind of like, all right.
Guess they're ours.
All right, Brenda, Winona, take care of Newt here.
Yeah.
They kind of raised themselves in my mom's family.
Yeah.
Really, they did. Because he was he liked to get out and ramble.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit.
Somebody put a leash on that kid.
Essentially a single father in his 30s with 11 kids.
Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
God dang. I mean, I gamble too. I go out and, that's what he
Well, you've been gambling your whole damn life at that point, so why not?
He liked to play cards and stuff. My grandpa did. I was little when he passed away, but
he didn't like to play cards. He liked to get away from the house for a little while. He didn't give a shit. That was what was available to him in the area, was to play cards. So he said, well, I guess I play cards now because
I'm a card player.
I'm not going to be at home for a little while. I got to get out of the house.
God. There's some days when I've had a long day at work, when I come home and I can hear the ruckus from outside.
Yeah.
I can get to the porch, and Jag might be crying. He might not be crying. Bayless will be raising hell. You can bet. Lindsay's going to be yelling at Bayless for said hell. Waylon's going to be cooped up upstairs, and you come down. You ask him to do one thing, it's in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Spaghetti again?
Oh, God.
I'll be right back. So, yeah, it's I sit on the porch sometimes and just think, my God, I don't want to go into this.
I've got to go in here in a minute.
I've been working crazy hours at work, and I don't even mad at it. Because I just come home, and I don't even know why I have television, because I hadn't watched it.
Oh, yeah.
In months. Just because, I don't know. And when I do get turned on, there's 4 televisions in the house.
Every one of them blaring. You can't hear anything.
No, they come. Bayless will leave his room while I kick back the recliner to turn on ESPN or something. And next thing you know, I'm watching some idiot YouTuber because we got to watch in that room. So I go to his room, then he'll come back.
He just wants to be with Daddy, right?
It's a vicious cycle. He woke me up at 1:30 a.m. the other day.
Yeah.
The other night, and said, "Daddy, blah blah blah. Can you turn on YouTube?" My TV, I said, "I don't even care. This is stupid. This is 1:30." He goes, "Daddy, this is the monkey I want." And we're talking about that damn pet monkey he hadn't forgot about yet. Show me the pet monkey at 1:30. So I didn't do a lot on Father's Day. Lindsay bought me a couple T-shirts I'd wanted. I was like, "I don't need anything, Lindsay. When I want something, let's go buy it." She goes, "Well, didn't you have some T-shirts that day you were looking at?" I was like, "Yep, T-shirts. That'd be great."
Yep.
So she ordered me a couple T-shirts. That was fine. That's what I wanted. We didn't do a lot though. We did go to Nashville for anniversary. And if this is not typical grown up shit right here that you're about to hear, out of everything that happened, like mid-30s with kids, I told her, I said, I don't want to go down on a weekend. I said, I know Nashville is still weird with all the stuff. This is before they went back into stage 2. They just opened stage 3 back up. I said, I don't want to go on a weekend when it's busy. I said, see if you can get us a babysitter. I said, I know it's hard. I said, see if you can get us a babysitter for Monday night and Tuesday day. I said, we'll go down and eat on Monday, get a hotel, and just hang out. Then Tuesday we can kind of go to some of the places we don't get to go to. There's a few little places that I've been wanting to check out. I thought now's the time. It's not overcrowded. Things are opening back up. So my work, like I said, we've been slammed, and I intended on working. I went into work that day, and I said, I need to leave at 3:30. I said, ideally, if I can, I'd like to take 2 hours vacation and leave at 1:30. That way I won't be pressed to get down to Nashville. So I worked till 4:30.
Right.
4:15.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Met Lindsay and Baxter, who'd been dealing with kids all day. So
Right.
we're already there.
Mhm.
And then I ride. She's driving.
Mhm.
So we drive all the way to Nashville. I book a room.
Mhm.
This is how,
On the way.
this is how last minute this trip really was. It's not planned. Was able to get a babysitter. So I booked our hotel room, hotel rooms are crazy right now. So we were able to stay right downtown, really pretty cheap. So we get to the room, and it has happy hour from 5:30 to 7. Whatever. We get there right at 5:30, and she goes, "Hey, I brought you some beers. I brought you some beers there. I'm put them in the fridge." I went, "Do what now?" I said, "The damn day I just had at work."
You couldn't have told me about them on the way down here.
And I said, "I didn't drive down here. I'm a passenger, and you've got 8 beers in a cold cooler in the back of your vehicle, and you don't think that's vital information for a husband to know?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm not really feeling drinking anything." I was like, "Yeah. I that's great, but what about me? How about running that information past me that maybe I might want a cold beer for that day at work I just had, and there's no kids, and then we're in Nashville where they're going to be, $7 a piece if you go anywhere.
Even at happy hour.
Yeah. Happy hour was free at our hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was free. But still, I just felt like I might have had a road beer safely in a passenger seat.
Right.
I don't know if it's legal.
It's not, but
I've heard it's legal.
it's not. They're wrong. Whoever told you that?
Have you heard that though? I have heard.
No,
Yes.
I've heard people. I have heard people incorrectly say that it's.
There was a law that was supposed to pass a couple years ago, but it's very vague, so I don't tend to do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I would have liked to have done it today. I've not been able to find a clear answer for this. I know that's what you're looking for, and I'd be glad to hear an answer. But if any law enforcement listening, I was safe that day. I was abiding by the law, only because my wife didn't tell me about they were sitting in the seat behind us.
It used to be the open container. You can't have an open container in a vehicle.
Right. There was a rumor a few years ago that you can drink in the passenger seat, long as you got a driver. Man, you're struggling so
keyboard.
hard with this keyboard. Can I drowning in a car?
Oh shit. Let me just click on it. You can't.
Bold letter.
Hessler law. Therefore, you cannot drink alcohol as a passenger in a car because this inherently means you have an open container. You are found to have alcohol in a car. If you were drinking as a passenger, you can be charged with an infraction.
Well, I went 36 years old without an infraction, so I'd like to thank my wife for being mum on the beers that were in the cooler. So you know what?
Let me just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
In Tennessee.
I don't like this. Well, hold on. You may be right.
Suck it. Tennessee, one of the last states that allows citizens to have open. Read that. Go ahead and read that, Lucas.
All right, it's 2014. So, Tennessee, one of the last states that allows citizens to have open containers of alcohol in moving cars, is set to change their ways. The proposed pass the bottle law would punish both drivers and passengers for any open containers of alcohol in the vehicle.
Okay.
It's really quite sad. This is from bill sponsor Representative John Lundberg, says that Tennessee law basically allows citizens to drink while they drive.
It's not true.
It's really quite sad. It's legal to drink alcohol in a car in Tennessee. Often it's the driver doing it, and when the passenger is pulled over, he simply passes the bottle to the passenger.
Well,
I don't know if it ever passed or not. It doesn't say.
All right. Well, I didn't do it.
Right.
Either way.
Yeah.
And we're not in that situation often enough where it matters, but I was curious. I'm still curious.
Mm-hmm.
But either way. So we have us a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm. What'd you eat?
Ruth's Chris.
Oh, nice.
I know. I told her on Monday night, I said, put suggestions on Facebook and go from there. I said, do you want to know where to eat? She goes, no, I don't have a clue. And I said, just put it on Facebook and see what people leads us to. And like I said, by the time I worked later and we didn't have a really good communication during the day, didn't really have a set idea where we're going to eat at. And then there was a couple passed around. I was like, look, I've heard about Ruth's Chris. I've heard Mackie talk about it and everything else. So we're just going to go there. So, but anyway, the where the night goes bad is what I'm saying is we we have a nice dinner. Then here we are, no kids in Nashville. We go to Kid Rock's, one of the few places that's open. You know, the ones that got their hands slapped for still serving alcohol so abundantly. You know, we're sitting there and the band's great, but I'm just like, man, this is a Monday. I'm wore out, really. And I just looked at her. I said, "Do you just want to go back to the hotel?" I said, "It's pretty sad." I was like, "But I ain't really feeling this for once." I said, she goes, "My God, Dustin Kennedy on Broadway wanting to go back to the room before 10?" And I said, "I know." I said, "But we got all day to do this. We can do a day scene and do some things." Went to the room. So what's this say?
It says Tennesseans can keep knocking back those road sodas and to-go cocktails so long as they confine their partying to the passenger seat, as the General Assembly has killed the so-called pass-the-bottle bill once again. The state loses about $18 million annually in federal road funding because it allows open containers in cars so long as said open container doesn't belong to the driver. Because of Tennessee's interests, I don't even know what that word is.
Well, if you don't know it, then...
Intransient, I don't know. The feds require that $18 million instead be spent on drunken driving prevention efforts. Changing the law was part of Governor Bill Haslam's wide-ranging transportation improvement plan and has been a pet cause of the state senator May Beavers and others for years.
Intransigence. What's a synonym for that word?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I can't even get all those letters. Intransigence.
That was such a Lucas Hickman move. They could have used a such simpler word.
Yeah, intransigence. Refusal to change one's views or to agree about something. I don't know what a...
You're intransigent as hell.
Intransigence. Intransigence.
I dropped it and put a T on it.
I don't know. I've never heard that word before.
Well, you know I've never heard of it if you've never heard of it.
Yeah.
But there was no need for it right there, really. They could have just said Tennessee's refusal to change.
Yeah.
You know, what article? Where's this from? Thepatch.com? You think anybody reading thepatch.com is looking for big words?
Nah. Probably. This person probably is. This person that I see right there. Saw a spider. Anyway,
so well, it's good to know because I think I think it's okay if you have doubt about a person passing the bottle over, give them give
them a sobriety test,
pull them out. That's all I'm saying. Did have a weird encounter.
Yeah,
going back to our hotel as I was saying. So this trip was nothing like I wanted to damn go. Work, of course. Lindsay's like, you can't ever plan anything because you're working stupid hours, and I've been working stupid hours, and so you can't plan anything. I mean, I can't even go do this or that after work because I'm there till 6 or 7 o'clock here lately. What do I want to do after that? Do I want to go do set event? No, I don't. I'm tired. I want to go home and eat supper. Anyway, so we're I'm already pissed off about that. I'm pissed off about the road beers.
Yeah,
steak at Ruth's Chris though, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, best in the world.
God dang. And then Lindsay was worried about dress code because we didn't know where we were going. And I called to make sure a couple of things. We just had jeans. We didn't dress up. I just want to make sure everything, because they didn't have dress code. So.
Usually they probably have a strict dress code. I would imagine that right now they just want anybody to come in. Just if you could come in flip flops and the shorts, that would be fantastic.
I saw 7 girls. They weren't escorts on Backpage.com. I mean, they were straight up prostitutes. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Ruth's Chris.
Round table of prostitutes. It was. I guarantee it. I'd put anything on
waiting for a money man to come in and pay for their dinner.
I guess. I don't know. They were prostitutes.
We're going to sit here for 6 hours until somebody comes in and wants to pay for this dinner.
Pay for something else too. So we left and we're going down. We had the one drink at the bar. Then we were like, all right, we're going back to the hotel. Guy comes up.
Yeah.
You know the old flower game?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Here's a flower.
Now take the flower.
Yeah.
Give it to your girl and now give me money.
She's got a flower, but you owe me money for that flower.
So the guy's like, can't even. And he don't even bring me a good flower. It's like a petal. It's like a drooping little petal. It's mediocre at best. It's not a good effort.
Right.
And here's what I do. Here's my secret to giving bums and beggars money in Nashville. I'm not 100% against it. A lot of people just look. If I break a bill in a restaurant, I'll keep 20s or something in the left pocket,
Mm-hmm.
$1, $2 change in the right pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That way I'm not having to pull it out. I've got it on stash. I've got this
Right.
dollar ready to give you. If you're just a beggar, you're sitting there looking pathetic. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do it. If you're playing Tom Petty,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're rapping, if there's a guy you used to play on a little beatbox.
If you're putting some effort
if
in.
you're putting some effort, I'm going to give you $1 or $2, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Depends, This guy comes up, what's up, bro? Take my flower, man. Get you a girl a flower. That's not good, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good. Second guy comes out of nowhere. What's up, man? Give my man some money for the flower, man. I said, I'm good, man. I don't really appreciate the hustle.
Yeah. I'm not doing that, though.
As I'm looking, I'm at the corner of my eye. There's 2 more guys coming
Mm-hmm.
from the other side of the street, and we're like right off Broadway. We're just in front of like basically right past Florida Georgia Line House and Johnny Cash Museum on 3rd Avenue. So there's 4
Mhm.
converging in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I get weird.
Right.
Just at this point, I've been approached by several people in Nashville in the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
This was different, and I panicked.
Right.
So I'm like fixing to hand what I thought was $1 to the guy, and I pull out 2 20s and $1.
Mm-hmm.
So I stuff the 20s back in. I give the second guy $1. He goes, "Man, what's that?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Here, you want $1?" "Man, I don't want your goddamn $1. I'm a cocaine dealer."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, you asked for $1." "No, my brother here asked for $1." I said, "Here, man, here, take the $1.
Yeah.
Appreciate your hustle.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night."
Yeah.
"Need your damn $1?" And this guy keeps mumbling
Uh-huh.
to me the whole time. And Lindsay's like right up on me.
Yeah.
I thought we were Tim McGraw, don't take the girl type shit.
Yeah.
About to go down.
Uh-huh.
You never seen a fat white man in cowboy boots, and I had the gaiters on.
Yeah.
They were probably like, if I just wore my regular Double H boots, they
Why
probably,
wouldn't you have just had the regular boots on, So don't. He's got on these little cases. I'm going to take that 20.
That's it.
Mhm.
And I even told him, I was like, "Man, I don't have a 20." He's like, "You damn lie, man. There's a 20 right there in your hand."
Mm-hmm.
See, if I just wore my regular cowboy boots, they probably I would have been an unsuspecting guy.
Mm-hmm.
But now I had to show off.
Yeah.
I had the Luke Casey Gator bellies on,
Yeah.
trying to act like I was somebody.
You're right.
I was targeted.
You were
I was
targeted.
profiled.
That's also why you need,
a rat-tat-tat.
you need a self-defense.
Do I think one of those 4 fine gentlemen probably had him one also?
I guarantee it. You got to even the playing field.
Look, I walked my fat ass so hard down 3rd Avenue looking back. I thought I was about to be the parents of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have 3 orphans
Uh-huh.
sitting up in the back cave in North Springs because we was going to get robbed over a 20.
Yeah.
Some fancy ass boots.
Mm-hmm.
It was scary, for real.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
I've never, I ain't
Guarantee it.
no lies to tell. I was scared. And Lindsay was still heart pounding.
Yeah.
She got back. I was too, because we were walking so fast. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that was
water.
scary, but holy shit, that was a long way.
That was a long. It wasn't that long. I was just so fat. So then we hung out at the hotel, and I was like, this is gonna be fun tomorrow. We're actually gonna get to go all the places we want to go
Uh-huh.
see
Uh-huh.
in Nashville, and we're gonna go to a record store, a couple different places, try some hot chicken.
Uh-huh.
We want to try out that Hattie B's for
Hattie B's,
years.
yeah.
And it's always wrapped around. Babysitter, or Lindsay's friend, I won't just call her a babysitter, but Lindsay's friend called at text at 7 in the morning. Bayless is projectile vomiting.
Oh shit.
Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there getting ready.
Yeah.
Because we go home. Obviously,
Yeah.
kids first.
Yeah.
I was like, why wouldn't it be Bayless? And why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
You know it's the one.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Oh, I
have
guarantee you.
couldn't have been Waylon this time puking?
Uh-huh.
Couldn't Jack have done something? Nope. The Hellraiser is the one that ruined your
Uh-huh.
damned off day. Lindsay's like, you could go on to work. I was like, nah, yeah,
Yeah,
I could.
I'm not going to.
Man, that's just, I mean, God dang.
Yeah.
Can parents just ever have a good night out, really, that's planned?
I was looking at a family tree that my dad did, and it goes all the way back to the 1400s. And at sometime around the 1700s, there was a kid that had a nickname, Hell Roaring John. That was just his other name had been lost, like whatever his middle name was had been lost to the time, because he raised so much hell that they called him Hell Roaring John, and that's just what they called him. Hell Roaring Bayless. That's what I think we need to.
Well, and we were just talking about the other day. I said, Bayless don't have a nickname.
Yeah.
And because when Waylon was little, we'd say, Wayman.
Yeah.
You know, Brad Craig, I think, still says Wayman. Jack Attack.
Uh-huh.
Bayless don't have a
Bayless.
nickname.
Hell Roaring Bayless. There it is.
There it is. You God dang. So 4th of July weekend, come and gone.
Yeah. Fireworks. I love fireworks. Just
Do you?
almost. Yeah, I do. We'd shoot the shit out of some fireworks.
I don't.
You don't do fireworks?
No, I know, man. Very.
It would be very easy to set the entire world on fire down there where you're at too, because there's trees damn everywhere.
I mean, please forgive me, Lincoln Greenwood. I don't know.
Shoot the shit out of some fireworks.
This is the first time we've been. I mean,
fireworks, bitches.
I get it, Rambo. I get it.
It's Independence Day. I'm gonna fire the shit out of some fireworks. Now, did I set one and it fall over and fire at the crowd? Yeah, that happened. You know what I did? I run up and kicked it, and I stuck my foot on it and let it shoot down the road. But did it fire one at the crowd? Yeah, it did.
Where was you at?
At the mom and dad's house.
At least
Yeah.
At least it wasn't strangers.
It wasn't strangers. No, it was just 30 people of the family that we fired one at. And the kids,
This is our first year not being at the beach. Lindsay's always big on booking our vacations on July 4th weekend so she can see fireworks at the beach. I'm just as happy seeing them at Mount Vernon Fire Department or, wherever. 'Cause at least I know people.
Right.
I'm going to tell you something. Fireworks are no more explosive or beautiful at the beach.
I wouldn't think so.
They're fireworks.
Yeah.
And I know people love 4th of July.
I love 4th of July.
It's just not my favorite.
It's my favorite.
Halloween's my favorite.
4th of July is my favorite.
I'm glad to see it.
A guy sent me a video one time 10 years ago now probably, but anyway, he had a fully automatic machine gun. It was like a M249 saw or something. He walks up to the camera and says, "Happy 4th of July," and then turns around and unloads 100 rounds.
I'm like,
so, hell yeah, America. Hell yeah, America.
Yeah, we were at a friend's house last night and they were hollering it out. He was chest naked by the road.
Oh, you damn right.
Trying to get the horn blowing.
Yeah.
America, that's America right there. I'd imagine Blake Allen had a full body suit of
people driving by buying meth while we're trying to shoot fireworks in the road. It's just,
I don't know.
America.
Somebody asked me how hard I celebrate 4th of July. And
the hardest.
I said, well, I'm on par with Shooter Jennings, but not quite Toby Keith.
That's a good
analogy.
Good analogy.
It's right there,
because you're happy as can be sitting in the front seat, with your wife.
Yeah,
but you're not out there in the full Blake Allen,
Toby Keith
gear.
Yeah, because that's it. Do I like 4th of July?
Of course,
yes. I'm Shooter Jennings level.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm Shooter Jennings level because that's a big deal. But I'm also known for other things.
Mm-hmm.
Toby Keith,
America.
I mean, that's
America.
Yeah.
$500 million. I'm going to buy all the fireworks.
How many songs do you think from 2001 to now has he written about American?
All of them.
Soldiers.
All of them.
America and soldiers.
Is there a song? Yes. Who wrote it? Toby Keith. That's just all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about
And there's a red cup in there, but mostly it was like
America.
It was like America, soldiers, red solo cup, America, soldiers,
which is
America also is.
Yeah.
In
America.
Category. Yeah.
America.
So that's the level of my patriotism.
Mm-hmm.
Patriotism.
I am
patriotism.
I'm all about fireworks. I like them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I'm not over here, hating them.
Now, if we didn't shoot fireworks next year, would I be okay? Yeah, I'd be all right. But I like them.
I went in the house to change a poop diaper just because. I was like, this is. He was crying. Jack was crying. And I just told Lindsay at a certain point, last night it was 11.
Mm-hmm.
We're still at this house with our friends.
You said, I'm going to go change his poop diaper.
Bayless is asleep.
Uh-huh.
Jack's crying. I just looked at her and I said, Lindsay, when we going to, Bayless is whining.
Uh-huh.
He's getting aggravated.
Tired.
Jack is scared every time this thing goes off. He's crying over here. I said, is there an end game to this? Or are we waiting for the ball to drop?
Are we going to 12?
Can we just go on to the house? Well, tell your 13-year-old out there lighting, because there's 5 more teenagers out there that can light the fireworks if we take Waylon. But I don't know.
My little baby, we put headphones on the babies.
That's a good idea.
My little baby loved them. We put earmuffs on the kids, but the babies loved them. The only time that they were fussing is when they weren't fireworks shooting off. I was like, hell yeah, firework babies, 4th of July America babies.
When you said earmuffs, kid for the kids, it reminded me of my friend that was the walrus that time. And I said, "Hey, buddy, there's a whole table full of kids back behind you. Maybe watch the F-bombs."
Did he turn around and say earmuffs?
He said, "Hey, kids, earmuffs." Legendary story. Such a legend. So,
I've heard he's got a new hobby. I'm not going to say what it is, but I like it. I like his new hobby. I'm not going to say what it is.
It's rat-tat-tat, ain't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just found out yesterday.
I know. I didn't know it either until a group text the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Him and the other guy in the group text were talking about guns, which is also America, my friend. Now I don't say it with enough soul and passion because I put the A on it.
Mm-hmm. America.
Yeah.
America.
Cookie, Brad Method, sent us a message a few weeks ago. Says Lucas is not alone.
On hating Crocs.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm sure if anybody in America owns Crocs, it's Cookie. Sorry to judge you, Cookie. I'm guessing there's some Croc in your collection. Really?
What am I not wrong on?
You've really got to stop the horse shit, though. Anybody wears slides out in public like you do, you got to stop.
Only the jiu-jitsu. I hate Crocs.
No, you wore them to Melvin's.
On the way to jiu-jitsu, I had to stop and get fuel.
Yeah, Lucas, I get it.
I did it, though. I did do it, though. I did it. You're right.
There's so many people I've saw in public in the last. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Public lately that I've seen. I want to take pictures too for you. There's a new girl working down at the spot, 12 Degree Tavern, and she was telling me and my buddy who was down the other day. We had dinner, and said she's from Macon County. I said, "Oh, you're from Macon County. Can I ask you a question? Why must every man wear Affliction Tap Out and American Fighter shirts and insist they're Big Dig Daddies?" She goes, "Oh yeah, that's the cool crowd." And LaFette, I was like, that's the cool crowd. That's what I said. On which one do you? If you looked at the guy and said douche level, bedazzled jeans, or the shirt, which one's worse? And she had a study on it. I said, "It's the pants."
It's the pants. It's the shirt is. I get it. The pants. There's no point in time that I ever thought bedazzled jeans. But at one point in time, 14, I thought Affliction, America, bedazzled jeans.
It's not just bedazzled jeans. It's buttoned, like your wallet. Your hole in your pants has got the button on it. So you got to unbutton your pants. Then it's got bedazzle on top of it.
If they're cargo pants, I can get it.
Not on your back pocket.
Not on your back pocket. Back pocket cargo pants have button, but not blue jeans. I think that's the one. That's the one.
That is the answer.
That's the answer. Whatever she answered.
I don't know. But I just don't. I think she's off base. I don't think that's the cool kids, is it?
Well, she lives in it, so she knows.
I guess, right? I don't know. I just know.
I do know that things are cool until they're not. And then if you don't quit them, you all of a sudden, you were the cool crowd, and now you're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Time will pass you by. Like it has for me. I used to be one of the cool kids, now I'm not. And I'm fine with that.
But in Hermitage Springs, you still are. They don't. The thing is, Lucas, you were in Hermitage Springs. You didn't have to say, "Look at my slides." You know how many damn barefooted people they see walking that store every day? And you're self-conscious because you had slides on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, "Damn, those are some good-looking slides, really?"
They're not, though. They're pretty basic. They're in my truck now, so I've got white ones on right now.
Again, Lucas, it's Hermitage frickin' Springs.
I know.
You're setting the standard here. God love our little community here. But
I seen 3 cars go buy meth yesterday while we were shooting fireworks. That's no lie. I saw 3 cars go buy meth and one of them drove by, like rubbing their damn face and like having to wait to get past the fireworks. And they're like, "Holy shit! Is there any way I can get over there? Just let me drive on the other side of this. Can you stop the fireworks for just a second?" And I was thinking, well, as soon as this one's done, it lasts for 6 seconds, maybe. You can drive right past. If you could just calm the fuck down for a minute, that would be fantastic.
Meth
will do that to you.
Meth don't wait for nobody.
It don't wait for anybody. It'll get you too. They're scratching their damn face and just. I don't know what they're chasing across their face. I've never seen an itch like fucking chase across your face like that, but, in a circle. I just, come on now.
I don't know. You made my face itch by doing that. No, he was not talking about Crocs. He says, I'm not a wrestling fan either.
Good, Cookie. Good.
There's two of you then.
Good.
There's good. Yeah, good. There's
Me
two
and
of
Cookie
you.
are going to start a revolution about being 30 years old and not watching wrestling.
Jesus Christ. You guys are missing the point. You know, I can see how black people are getting so frustrated about the flag and it being about, patriotism
Yeah.
or against cops.
Because it's not the point.
It's not the goddamn point. It's not. It's not about being 30 or 35 or 40 or 50 or 65 and watching wrestling. It's about the goddamn 90s were awesome in wrestling.
I just don't get why everybody can't get past the damn 90s.
Because they were great, Lucas.
No, they were okay at best.
Oh, my word. The 90s were
They were okay. They were there. They happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But if you like something like wrestling, then the Ultimate Warrior was awesome.
He was okay.
And Hulk Hogan is still awesome. Curtis Rich. Yes, he just had a leg drop. Yeah, he done a leg drop and then this would hear the crowd.
Yeah.
But my God.
You know what's interesting about Hulk Hogan to me is that he shrunk like 3 inches because of all the times he done wrestling moves wrong. He used to be like 6'7", now he's like 6'4".
He wasn't that much bigger than me in the picture.
Yeah.
He was bigger, but I'm just so frustrated that you non-nostalgic pricks.
Yeah, I don't have a bit of nostalgia in me.
What'd you play with as a kid? Your penis. Other than your penis, like
Yeah.
pre-puberty.
I had a Hulk Hogan. This is wrestling. The Hulk Hogan. You remember the punching bags that had the sand in the bottom that you'd hit and they pop right back up?
Of course I do.
I had one of those. That's the wrestling thing that I remember.
Did you have a ring?
I would say that I probably did, but I don't remember it.
I had a WWF ring and a WCW ring.
Oh, I guarantee it. Probably have. Is have the word you was looking for?
I don't have
They're not had.
I don't have the WCW ring, and I would love. Well, it brings us into this though.
Yeah.
My friend, I won't say his name just in case I don't want to blow his spot up on what he's doing. But he run into a guy the other day. We were talking about he does wrestling auctions and stuff online, where it's, and action figures was brought into a conversation the other day, and he said this guy had come up on a house that was auction or whatever. He calls my buddy. He says, "I've got these wrestling figures," and he told him, he's like, "I'm probably just going to need $5 a piece for them. Just get them out of my way." My buddy, knowing what he had, he's like, "I'll be there tomorrow, first thing." So he's been selling these things on eBay for $300, $400 a piece for single. So when your parents told you when you're little, take care of that, it's going to be worth something one day.
It really was.
It really was. And another thing was like, well, if you kept them in the package, you know what, 7, 8 year old,
who in the hell keeps them in a package as a kid?
But here's the smart move, right? I remember because my grandma would take me.
Buy me two.
The early 90s Hasbro 3-4 inch figures, whatever, the hard plastic, were $4.98 at Walmart. Buy two, Emma Bell. That was the move.
It's two of the same one. I'm going to put one up and I'm going to play with one.
Realistically, action figures now are $15, $20.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, of course, I know inflation and everything, but really, we probably could have afforded two.
Yeah.
Because I got one every time I went to Lafayette. That was our trip. Walmart, McDonald's, her mother's house. I play on the Keep typewriter. Then I go home with a new brand. And it don't matter if it's Honky Tonk Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Akeem, Big Boss Man, Red Rooster. Did you have a Red Rooster?
I don't even know who that one is.
Terry Taylor. Anyway, so yeah, they're worth. So I just got to happen to be thinking. I was like, I've got mine somewhere. I've got a few. Most of them are broken. Do you know what a pretty skanky fact about some of my wrestlers are when I was a kid?
That they were wrestlers.
They've got ketchup stains on them for blood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Death matches.
Yeah. Death matches, hardcore matches. Yeah. They all had blood. They were ketchup. They were Heinz stains on the, Les Lindsay would have bought them and just been ketchup.
Catsup is what it was.
I mean, when Lindsay buys his catsup. And, but I did find a few, and I just kind of got on eBay. The trend on most of them, like I've got some that, I mean, I don't have any $300 or $400 ones.
Right.
Those are just like special end of series models or whatever. But I do have some that, like, I got the Mountie.
I remember what that is.
Jacques Rougeau's gimmick in about 91, 92. $20-something. I'm gladly, if I find 5 minutes of spare time, I'm going to put the Mountie on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Jimmy Snuka on eBay for $15, $20.
Well, I was about to say Jimmy Superfly
You would
Snuka.
think.
Yeah.
I guess it's just rarity, but I'm interested now. Like these Hasbro figures are what's hot anyway, and nostalgia. What else toys did you have from the 90s you played with?
Ninja Turtles. I was big in the Ninja Turtles.
Did you have the pizza shooter?
I don't know. I don't know if I did.
You wasn't big in the Ninja Turtles if you didn't have the.
I was as big in the Ninja Turtles as I was anything, and I don't remember any of it.
This was.
I don't remember it.
God, Monty. I don't remember literally anything, but I can remember the toys I play with because I'm a nostalgic person. It was a little bitty thing, and I just bought one off for Bayless off eBay. Then I found my old one. Neither one of the son bitches work with, even with batteries. It pisses me off. But anyway, you put pizza. They would put the pizzas in, and you press the little button as the turtles are driving, and the bad guys are coming, and Bebop or Rocksteady's coming at you. Bam, bam, bam. Pew, pew, pew. Throw pizzas at them. I had the Ninja Turtle blimp.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Well, I don't think I had that.
Did they even have a blimp in the show, though?
I don't know. I don't know if they did or not.
I don't feel like it was needed. But I had one. Had a Ninja Turtle blimp.
I don't feel like that really fits with the, the motif of living in a sewer. I don't know where you'd park it. Where'd you park the blimp?
I don't know.
Michelangelo. Where's it at?
Maybe they deflated it every time.
You just give me a minute. I'm gonna have to air up the blimp before we can go.
Batman. I remember having a Batmobile, the Batcave.
Oh yeah, Batman. I'll tell you what I am excited about. Michael Keaton may be making an appearance as Batman again in an upcoming DC Comics movie.
Batman's the only superhero I mess with.
Yeah.
You?
I like to watch the other ones, but I never got into it like Batman in 1989 or 88, whenever it was. Michael Keaton, that's Batman. Christian Bale, you did a good job. Michael Keaton, Batman.
Val Kilmer.
You did great, Val Kilmer. You had one good movie, Michael Keaton, Batman. You know who you are, Val Kilmer? You're Doc Holliday. You're not Batman.
Good point.
But you'll always be Doc Holliday. When you think of Doc Holliday, you think of Val Kilmer.
Who else done some?
George Clooney did Batman. But you know what? You did all right.
It's not Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, Batman.
I love that Batman.
Yeah.
It's forever ageless to me.
Mm-hmm. Joker is... These new guys do a great job with Joker. Jack Nicholson's Joker.
I think we mentioned it. Absolutely he is. I think we mentioned it. I hated the new Joker movie because it was so dark.
It was dark as shit.
I tried to sit down and watch it with Waylon, and I was like, man, just go to bed.
Yeah.
Bayless, get another room.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't. I get it.
He beats a woman to death at the end of the movie.
And the guy in his apartment.
Or maybe a guy.
I just don't. In the apartment in front of the midget.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's pretty dark.
It's a lot.
I wasn't feeling it. I like Jack Nicholson version.
Mm-hmm.
I like when the world wasn't so dark and weird and crazy.
I like the whoo, whoo.
The joke.
As opposed to let's beat that guy to death.
Yeah, didn't like it. I didn't like the movie.
It was all right. I don't think it was as let's be all about the Joker as much as what everybody was. Now, Jared Leto's Joker, in Suicide Squad, he was supposed to be the Joker and it was supposed to be big, and they gave him like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes in the movie. Mm-hmm. And he got real weird with it. They said he was like sending dead mice and weird shit to all the cast members to keep it weird. Mm. Well, that is weird. You know what?
It's weird.
You know what Jack Nicholson didn't do that? He didn't do that.
I don't need all that.
I don't need it.
I'll watch the 1960s Batman with Adam West.
I like a big pow and a boom, bang popping up on the screen.
Yeah. So corny, and I love it.
Yeah. I like corny. You know what? Did you ever see the movie The Departed with Jack Nicholson in it?
No.
It had Jack Nicholson and Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It was a good movie, but at one point in time, they were sitting down having there's this scene with them at a table, and Leonardo DiCaprio was talking to Jack Nicholson about something. He's a like double agent or something in it. Anyway, there wasn't supposed to be a gun in the scene. It was a real tense scene. Mm-hmm. Well, Jack Nicholson took it upon himself to put a fake gun in his pocket for the scene. And Leonardo DiCaprio was talking, doing his spiel, and Jack Nicholson's kind of getting worried, and he pulls his gun out and he drops it on the ground. He reaches down, picks it up, and he's looking at it like all funny. and it threw Leonardo DiCaprio off. And I thought, man, this is a really good scene. Well, later on, it turns out that Leonardo DiCaprio kind of freaked out because there wasn't supposed to even be a gun in the scene. You know, he's like, where in the hell did that come from? What are we doing right now? I like Jack Nicholson.
I do too. So some music this week. Lindsay sent me a Snapchat the other day. Cody Jinks on the radio.
I heard him.
You heard it too.
I was been listening to just the radio. I've been not listening to podcasts or anything lately because every podcast is about the same thing right now. So I just quit. But Cody Jinks on 94.7 the other day. I was excited.
I haven't heard it because I haven't been listening to the radio. But while I'm happy, I'm happy for maybe my favorite musician.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset that I hate it when it comes to this point of it, and he's so many albums deep. And Ain't a Train. Nothing at all against Ain't a Train.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the song you heard, Ain't a Train?
I don't know what song it was. I just knew it was Cody Jinks. I had never heard it before.
I just know that of all his catalog, I'm severely disappointed that Ain't a Train is the single that makes it to radio all these years later. You know, right. I don't know that song does him justice, and why he would seem to think after those double albums he released back in October that Ain't a Train is the one that stands out.
I bet that he didn't have anything to do with which song got picked to be.
Well, he's not in. It's an independent record, so
somebody still had to push something.
Oh, my word! I could line up 8 songs off those 2 double records that I would put before Ain't a Train. So when she sent me that, I went, "Oh, it's awesome," but it's Ain't a Train. I mean, William and Wanda, Tell Them What It's Like, Think Like You Think. I mean, there's just so many more songs I would have put before Ain't a Train. And it took me back. Like when I first heard Eric Church on the radio, it was for the Chief album. I guess it was it
Mr. Misunderstood, maybe?
No, it was Drink. Shoot, let me look it up. I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I can't, for some reason I'm having a brain. You got it right here. It's Drink in My Hand, I think, was maybe the first single. But it was the Chief album in 2011. So it would have been Drink in My Hand or Jack Daniels, whichever one. And then, of course, Springsteen hit off that album.
Yeah.
But
Homeboy was a big one off that. Creeping may have been.
I think it was. I want to say that Drink in My Hand was the first single off of that. And I could be Mackie or Allen's or somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong probably. But I love the Chief album. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's a really good album.
I do. But it sickens me that
something off Sinners Like Me didn't make it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole album, we've talked about it too much here lately, but I mean, Sinners Like Me, you can put any of those on country radio.
2 Pink Lines would have been huge.
Any of those songs would be huge. Sinners
Guys Like Me.
Guys Like, I mean, Living Part of Life. Can't take
it with you.
Almost every one of those in some way deserved to be a single in their own right. If he could do that and put those as single, God dang. Then I feel the same way about, not as much, but the Carolina album. Some of that stuff, Those I've Loved.
Ain't Killed Me Yet.
So many. I mean, that's just what I reminded me. And it wasn't as much of a stretch to me. Because like I said, I loved everything on the Chief album too. Ain't a Train just really pissed me off when I seen that. It really bothered me because, I mean, God dang, he could put Adobe Sessions, Less Wise.
I'm gonna put your new stuff out there.
I'm Not the Devil. But imagine if some of that stuff. I know you can't go back. You put on when you're discovered with country radio. That's what you put on. But Ain't a Train didn't hit for me. But
yeah, I heard it too. Though I was excited. I'll tell you what else I found the other day was I didn't find it. I just heard it. Yellowstone season 3 just come out on Paramount Network, and Tyler Childers had a song playing in Yellowstone season 3.
Those seem like those shows do a very good job of incorporating those artists. Seems like Eric Church's new song. Yeah, he released it, and boy, I love it. Stick That in Your Country Song.
Yeah.
Heard it?
Yeah, I did. Heard that the other.
I can't imagine when it hits that line, he wants to bang the dash. Stop the gas. I can't imagine what Jeremy Mackie is doing inside his FedEx truck.
He was the one person I was thinking of while I was listening to it was Jeremy Mackie.
I just love watching Eric Church get all animated with his facials and his mannerisms. But I love thinking of Jeremy Mackie driving a FedEx truck.
When he was talking about banging the dash, I thought, I guarantee you, Jeremy Mackie rewound that so he could bang the damn dash to the song.
We're not even being funny. I have zero doubt
that happened.
That's happened.
Yeah.
Each time he heard it. Goddamn.
I'm going to bang the dash, bro.
I got a Snapchat sent to me by his fiance of him doing, now listen. Mackie on karaoke is a damn national treasure.
Okay. I've never seen it.
Well, now, is he a good singer? No, he's not.
That's not the point of karaoke.
Not, but when he sings, it really pisses me off when people make fun of people that can't sing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's karaoke.
The point of karaoke isn't to be very good and get people to clap for you.
I would, now, am I amazed when somebody goes there and knocks it out of the park?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I kind of like the Mackies.
Yeah.
When Jeremy goes up there.
I kind of like the drunk Japanese businessman that's up there singing songs and don't know the words.
Yeah.
I like that.
So when Mackie sings, his go-to is Dinosaur, of course. And I mean,
why wouldn't it be?
Well, yeah, because, And then he does a great version of Alabama's Dixieland Delight. And it's more of a show about Mackie. It's not just, it's a presentation.
It's not about the song. It's about the Mackie at that point.
Yeah, because he's like, all right, we'll sing. Well, all right, right here, sing along. All right, need y'all clap your hands. Let's get up, or something. It's just a presentation. He wants you to sing along. Where's the door? Where's the GD door? Mackie wants part of that.
Yeah.
But so I gave him props for, the other day he's like, we went out for a beer after dinner not too long ago, and he goes, "What you want to hear? You want to hear Brand New Man?" I said, "Mackie, I'm here for a short time tonight.
I'm not here for a long time.
I'm not going to be here the long as you're going to be here. I don't want to be here now. I wasn't even drinking." I said, "I don't want to hear Dinosaur. And I don't want to hear Dixieland Delight because that's your go-to."
Why don't you stretch your range out right now?
Killing Time, Clint Black, right now. Goddamn, I ain't never done that. So he done it, and he done fine. But Marie sent me the most pathetic version of a song I've ever heard last night.
What was it?
Or 2 nights ago. He was singing 4th of July by Shooter. And my God, this boy with his new mustache that he's got.
Well, I've not seen his new mustache.
I've got screenshots.
Is it handlebar?
No, not even. Pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's just, poor Mac was celebrating 4th of July early.
A little harder than the song required.
But, I was like, oh, Mac, come on now. But at the end, he goes, "I love you, Dustin Kennedy." I said, well, all's forgiven. That terrible rendition.
That's so much better now, buddy.
Yeah. Knowing that it was for me, I'll take it back. But, yeah, he, another one. So, Lindsay said the other day, she said, she was just looking at different things on the internet. She goes, Luke Bryan's not done any concerts this year. I went, Lindsay, I don't know if you've watched the news, but actually nobody's doing concerts.
There's been a thing happening that's kept people from doing that.
Yeah. She never ceases to amaze, And so I said, yeah, she goes, well, I just thought he'd come back, or, some people still play. I said, nobody's playing. Nobody's doing concerts.
Especially people that big. They'll be the last to come back.
Oh, yeah. Everybody else still doing their online.
Yeah. You're not going to see him on Zoom doing. And
thank God.
Yeah.
For that. Nobody wants to see it other than my wife and other 14-year-old people, apparently. But I am starting to plan our a music festival.
I heard.
Care I show you?
No. Quentin showed me. Quentin told me, he didn't show me.
Yeah, man. That's just something I thought about doing for about a year, and I didn't think I would have the land to do it on, even though we've got the land to do it on. So I just sitting there and talked to my dad one day, and I said, "Hey, you think if I put a little money out and towards the thing and got some insurance and everything," and I said, "Do you think we could just use this field if I'm able to get a stage?" And he said, "Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't." So I thought, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
So not long after that, I started just in my mind writing out, drawing out some things and got a list of musicians and trying to narrow it down to something similar to what we did down here. Maybe 5-6 artists. Got a couple committed already, and I've got the stage lined up. We're gonna put some lights down there.
Bam.
Yeah, I can't. It's supposed to be October the 10th, maybe. That's the tentative date because Mackie's getting married October 17th. So tentative date, North Springs Music Festival. So I text Chris. I said, all right. And Chris is probably, the best at this. And I said, North Springs Music Festival 2020, inaugural event. I said, incorporate the TriStar logo around the North Springs Music Festival. I said, navy blue, baby blue on top of it. And I said, shoot me back something this week whenever you get a chance. He's like, do you want it? And I was like, so do you want it like some music? I was like, yeah, throw a guitar in. Incorporate a guitar around it or somehow. So he's back the next day. He's like, I don't really like it. And it didn't look right.
Right.
He sends me one of the pick. I was like, golly. You seen it? You seen that? Oh,
I have no idea. I don't know anything about it other than Quentin telling me about it.
He's
I've been listening to him a lot lately.
Quentin?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, Chris Raines. Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't really put it under OLR or anything. So
yeah.
I didn't know. I just put it as that. Something different. Branched out a little bit there.
I like it.
God dang, how good of a job is that?
It's perfect.
He's like, I love it. He said, I didn't love it to start with. He said, I didn't like it at all, and I wanted to send you several versions. I was like, no, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
Guitar pick, because the guitar didn't really look as good. Yeah.
I like it with the black background.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Than the white? Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I posted it with the white,
and
then he sent it back with the black. He's like, edit that and put it to black.
Yeah.
And then
oh, man, that's...
Scroll one more to the left when you get real bad. So I'm excited. Yeah. I just showed Lucas the Mackie screenshots of the mustaches.
Yep. That's funny. I do like that he's always sporting something OLR.
No doubt.
No doubt.
I support it.
Why has he got goggles?
That's the ones I told you about back some time ago. They're Oakley's. Paid $160 to look that dumb.
Does he go skiing?
No.
I mean,
no.
I love Mackie so much.
I mean, how can you not?
I don't. I just love him so much.
so anyway, yeah, I'm excited. North Springs Music Festival, October 10th. I just don't know if it'll happen.
Yeah.
You just don't know if anything will happen.
Right now, who knows anything?
Yeah, it's crazy. And but no, we've got a few artists on board and reached out to a couple more. And of course, there's always. I'm not going to have enough. I've got a list at work, legitimately at work, that I put on some names to paper, like 12 to 15 names of just pretty much local people that I thought would be an attraction, would be a good person to have. And I don't know how I'm going to narrow it down to 6.
I'm going to say, I think it's going to come down to less is going to be more for that.
Yeah, I don't intend to have that many.
Right.
That's how many I knew, people I knew that I could reach out to.
Yeah.
And that's not even reaching out to the bigger names that, I won't say bigger, established names,
right.
with record deals or whatever. But and I don't know that I want to do that. I think I want to make it.
Yeah, I would say local would be better, right?
I like that, yeah.
I like that feel, that grassroots feel.
It's pretty much all up in the air. Everything that it's literally, it's the early stages. But I've got a date, I've got land, and I've got a stage.
Bam.
So and I've got a sound system.
You need porta potties. I
do need porta potties, and I'm gonna need somebody to take money to be there to greet all night. I'm gonna probably need to. I know that sounds silly, but I'm maybe get some security if it's a all day festival. People get rowdy. It's a different feel than our acoustic series at the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
liable to be some redneck show. I know you don't want that, but be prepared for it.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with rednecks. It's just that, from time to time, people that aren't rednecks get a little red, and you venture into territory that you don't really know from time to time.
Well, it happens. It's going to happen eventually.
Fight's going to break you out. People are going to do stuff. That's the way people are.
Oh yeah. It's happened in that field before, I guess.
It's maybe once or twice. It's
Didn't think about that. And it wasn't rednecks.
yeah,
It was not rednecks.
yeah. At least once it's happened.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that, too. I was wondering where you was going with that, and then it clicked. Yeah, I remember then.
Uh-huh.
Yep, dude, I was.
You were there.
I was there. NBA's kicking off their. We're not going to get off. No. Have you seen the pre-approved list? The NBA is going to use list of approved social messages for the back of jerseys. Like if LeBron James wants to put a social message on the back of his jersey instead of putting James, here's the list.
Okay.
If you're curious, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Say their names. Vote. I can't breathe. Justice, peace, equality, freedom. Enough. Power to the people. Justice now. Say her name. Yes, we can. Liberation. See us, hear us, respect us, love us, listen to us, stand up, ally, anti-racist, I am man, speak up, how many more, group economics, education reform, and mentor. They stopped just shy of my favorite one, Kill Whitey.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not opposed to anybody doing any of that. I'm not opposed to anybody putting a message on the back of their jersey. What I am opposed to is if you're going to allow people to protest, right? Which is what that is. That's a protest, right? Why are you putting any type of restriction on it? So is it free speech or not?
I don't know.
It's not. You know why it's not? Because there's a list of approved things that you can put on it.
Well, I think it covers a lot of ground.
It does cover a lot of ground. However, it's not free speech if you're limiting what somebody can say.
Well, I think
now all of that may be the only things that anybody would have wanted to put on there.
I mean, maybe the NBA just didn't want a jersey saying "F the Popo" on it.
Yeah, I get it, but
it's pretty.
It's kind of an all or none thing.
It's pretty free right there. That list is pretty free.
Yeah, kind of.
I just thought when I say that, I think about that because I'm not so serious. I think about that scene in Black Sheep when Chris Farley's back there with all the Jamaicans and they're smoking weed. He comes out on the stage on the
Kill Whitey.
Kill Whitey. No. That's what I thought about.
Yeah.
F those crackers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is. Vince Carter. We're on sports real quick. We can talk about a positive thing. 22 years
in the league. Did he retire?
Corona retired him. It was his last year anyway. And
yeah.
He went out and hit a 3-pointer in his last game. He was one of the few that got to play the last game.
Right.
So where does it? Because that's your era. Also,
yeah.
You watched a lot of early Vince Carter. Only player to play 22 seasons.
Wow.
Dirk Nowitzki played a lot. Kobe played 20. Kareem was up there.
I literally thought about him. We may have even been on here when we talked about him. I wouldn't have thought that he was still playing, but that was a long career. That was a very long career. So
break it down. He's the only player to ever play 22 seasons in 4 decades. If you think about it, technically, he played the tail end of the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and of course here entering the game in 2020. So 4 decades. Vinsanity, Air Canada, and Half Man, Half Amazing is 3 nicknames. He played for the Raptors, where he's the most remembered.
Oh, yeah.
98 to 04.
He's kind of been a journeyman the last few years, right?
8 teams.
8 teams.
8 teams. He played for the Nets from 04 to 09.
That was another pretty good stretch, really.
Yeah, the Nets. That was the Magic for 1 year, the Suns for 1 year, the Mavericks for, looks like 3 seasons, the Grizzlies. That's a guy that I really would have liked to have met Vince Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the NBA importance. And back then, I didn't drive to Memphis like I do now.
Right.
And every year back then, when he was on the roster, they done a cheap, too, like $60. You could do a dinner with the Grizzlies where you go around. I've been to a couple Titans ones. And basically, you just go. It's like a black tie fair kind of deal, and you kind of get to hang out with the whole roster over dinner. Never done it. Wish I would have. He played there from 2014 to 17. Then the last 3 years, he's bounced between the Sacramento Kings and the Atlanta Hawks. And so one thing you say, he didn't go ring chasing at the end of his career. He still wanted to play big minutes. I know Golden State offered him a deal after he left Memphis to come play on some of those Warriors teams. And he didn't. He was still wanted to play and contribute good minutes and be a mentor. What is his legacy, though? At the end of the day,
you've got big his legacy lies in Ontario.
Yeah.
And the thing that he's always going to be remembered for is his dunking ability when he was a kid, when he was young.
Yeah.
Him sticking his whole damn arm in the goal and jumping over that 7-footer in the Olympics. That's always going to be the things that they remember him for, I would think.
Well, and because somebody put legend, on, legendary career. Curtis Rich, I think he Facebooked or tweeted it or something, said, well, I wouldn't say legendary.
It was a long one.
When it got me thinking. Is it legendary?
I don't know that it is. It's a long one. It's very impressive that he lasted that long and that he's been in shape long enough to play that long.
His stats are, I didn't like
follow.
I didn't gawk at what Curtis. I wasn't offended by it because I got thinking, well, let me look at his numbers. 25,728 career points. That's a pretty good amount of points. But when you look at actually what he done, he was Rookie of the Year in '99. He was an 8-time All-Star, which is majority of the early 2000s and late 90s. But all NBA, whether it was first team, second team, never made a first team. Second team once in 2001 and third team in 2000. So only 2 All-NBA selections in 22 years. That shocked the hell out of me when I read that.
That is.
I would have assumed he was
you would think any franchise player would make that.
I would have thought.
A lot more than that.
Well, you look at 8-time All-Star, you're pretty much thinking, well, he's probably one of the top 15 players in the league when he's an 8-time All-Star. So he's probably a 7-8-time All-NBA. So that was the most eye-opening stat for me. It shocked me really. But now his best moment right here, I wrote it down. 2001 Eastern Conference Semifinals versus the Philadelphia 76ers. His duel with Allen Iverson. He had a 50-point game in Game 3. I didn't remember this. Set the record for most 3-pointers made in a playoff game at the time.
Really?
And then he missed the game-winning shot in Game 7 that would have sent him to the Eastern Conference Finals. I remember that game. It was he caught it, I think, on the left wing, rattled out. But he'd been kind of ridiculed all through the media all week because he went to Carolina and graduated. He went back to North Carolina to graduate, and then they were actually, kind of giving him a hard time about it because they said he's not focusing on the series. So he goes from Chapel Hill to Philadelphia. Plays, I don't know if it was Philadelphia or Toronto. I can't remember where the series was at, but for Game 7 and misses the game-winning shot, and all the media just attacks him for putting his graduation above a playoff game because he done both. But no, I'd say long time legacy. Yeah, you think about the young Vince Carter. I remember all those because I followed his career enough. I didn't remember him playing for the Suns. I had to really think about that one year with the Suns. But I'll tell you an interesting stat. And I didn't read it. I just know enough NBA to know he missed 3 finals teams by one season.
Really?
When he joined the Nets in 2004, they'd played in the 2002 and 2003 finals. He joined the Magic at the start of the 2009 season. They had been in the finals in June of 2009. And then the Mavericks had won the title the year before he joined them for his 3-year stretch there.
Damn.
So he never appeared in the finals, but he missed 5 of them or 4 of them.
By a year.
So, but I don't think he's a top 50 player.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, he was a franchise player, right? So,
yeah.
But
yeah, I don't think they made the first original top 50 list in 1996 and 97 season. And I've seen some revisited lists and since then, and I wouldn't put him top 50. I mean, not with those career accomplishments. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
because the list is for basketball Hall of Fame is not as
well. Not only that, he's got to be a Hall of Famer for playing for 22 years.
That and just the impact,
and having played that much, because he played the whole time. I mean, you could have a 22-year career and sit on a damn bench for the last 15 of it, but he played for 22 years.
He played, but the effect he had on the NBA for his dunks, like you said, there's one on Mutombo his rookie year that there's a lob that you can look up. Charles Oakley gets an outlet pass and catches to D. Brown, and D. Brown throws it, and he don't even look. He just catches like this and turns. It was so far from the rim. And
he just reached out and grabbed it.
It was insane. Then there's one when he was with the Nets against Alonzo Mourning.
And Zoe was a shot blocker at that point. Mutombo, yeah.
And Mutombo also.
Yeah.
So he got 2 of the biggest shot blockers ever and just crammed on them. Then, but the Olympic dunk has got.
He jumped over a 7-footer.
Yeah, cleared him. Cleared a 7'1" guy. And then the dunk contest, still probably the most legendary dunk contest. I think you put the '88 duel with Dominique and Jordan up there. And then you've got the more recently in 15 or 16, the Levine versus Gordon. It was unbelievable. But as far as just the show that he put on, like everybody else went for second place basically. Tracy McGrady was a hell of a dunker. Steve Francis, to be a little guy, was a hell of a dunker. Vince Carter was doing stuff nobody ever seen. Between the windmill 360 going the other direction, the between the legs off the bounce that hadn't been done at the time. Through the rim.
This isn't it, is it?
That's the one on Mutombo.
Yeah.
It's like he just keeps going. It's like Mutombo's there, and he just kept going.
You can kind of see that Mutombo was like, oh, shit.
Mutombo stayed up there the whole time.
Yeah. Carter was just up higher, and then at one point, he pulls it back a little bit to get away from him. Watch. Pulled it back and just crammed it on him.
To me, my favorite of our era, at least, is Sean Kemp and Vince Carter. They're just Sean Kemp done stuff in game. It was just ungodly, but Vince Carter took it to just a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know you don't have to type in much for these to pop up? That's how legendary the dunks are.
All I put in was Carter morning dunk. Oh, and I get some cowboy. It's NRA.
NRA, heck yeah.
Sports Center used to be
good. Behind the back. God.
Man, he pulled that way back too. He was good, man. Alonzo Mourning used to be my favorite player.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Paul Kaharski on ESPN attacked me. Or not ESPN, on 104.5, The Zone, not ESPN. I don't know why I said ESPN. We went on a Shaq rant not too long ago. Like he was talking about, it was after Kobe died. And I tweeted, I said, well, I'm a Shaq fan, and I joked, and it's the ongoing joke I've always said. I said, dated a few girls, but that was still the hardest breakup that I ever had was the Shaq and Kobe. He tweets me back and said, that's unfortunate that you took the Shaq side on that. You took the wrong player. I said, well, 4 championships and Hall of Famer. I don't know that I took the wrong player, but, Kobe had a better work ethic. And out of the blue, I guess the other day, something got tweeted from a Nashville Twitter side, and Paul was attacking Shaq he's like, the guy has no personable side. He's not he's not a dynamic personality.
Holy shit.
And I tweeted him, I was like, Paul, have you ever watched the guy?
Yeah. I mean, I give Shaq a lot of shit, but he is so far off on that.
Yeah. I said, if you want to question the guy's work ethic, fine.
Yeah.
I was like, but calling him a non-dynamic personality, I was like, he was in
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Movies, rap albums. He still endorses how much stuff?
Yeah.
And he's not been in the league for 10 years? I mean, he owns a Papa John's. He owns a Krispy Kreme.
I mean, he's the guy that puts salon paws on his back.
General Insurance, Icy Hot. I mean,
Icy Hot, yeah.
It goes
salon paws.
It goes on and on and on. The endorsements, this guy. Not to mention when he was in the league and one of the best players ever. Taco Bell, Pepsi, Reebok. I mean, if you want to talk non-dynamic and having a great career, Tim Duncan is that guy.
Yeah,
I didn't know
least dynamic.
Yeah.
Personality of all time.
I mean, you could be a great player, but say this guy was not dynamic and not very personable was so far. And I generally like Paul's takes on a lot of things, but
it's just off of there.
He swung and missed on that.
Yeah,
one.
sometimes you swing and you miss. That's part of this game, I guess.
Let's end the show on one little thing.
I would say we're an hour and a half in. We're 3 weeks and an hour and a half in.
I had a few things, so we'll just we'll narrow it down to this. I had 3 different games, and we'll play those in the next few weeks. But one must go forever. This is a Facebook thing I found.
Okay. Beer,
steak, football, or sex?
Football.
Okay. Yeah, I can say it's fairly easy
Mm-hmm.
for you.
I could have went beer too.
Yeah,
could have went either one.
because you've given up beer and you don't like football particularly.
Yeah, I could have went either one. I kind of just stayed on brand right then. Is what I did. I guess either one of them would have been on brand, but anyway.
Can you believe there's people that saying sex?
Yeah, I could have went there too.
Am I weird that I don't want to give up any of them?
Yeah. No, not that you don't want to.
I think
you're nostalgic. I'm not.
Yeah. Football, there's a time where I didn't know any of these things existed.
Right.
There's a time where I hadn't had any sex.
Right.
I didn't know what I was missing out on because I wasn't getting it.
Right.
Football. I grew up loving basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a football team.
Now you found football.
Literally everything I learned about football was through playing Madden
and
NFL Blitz, which is not accurate. Football, but I done without it.
Mm-hmm.
Then even the Titans when they come, wasn't a Titans fan. Steak. I had a nice steak the other night.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't always, a lot of times I was eating fish sticks and chicken nuggets.
Yeah, you were a chicken guy for a long time.
Beer.
Mm-hmm. There was a time that DK didn't know what a beer was.
Believe it or not. To say all these things, I wasn't a very responsible beer drinker in my 20s.
Right.
Part of my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can say I'm a pretty responsible beer drinker. I drank a couple beers over the weekend. I'm not going to drink one today. I got a Gatorade, Powerade. But do I want to go forever without a beer? I can go, like right now I can say, I'm not addicted to it, right? I don't have a timeline on the next beer.
Right.
If I get up to my building after this and I'm putting some more insulation in and it gets hot,
and decide you want a beer,
I may have a beer, but I may not have one for 5 days,
right? And
be okay with that. When I'm eating supper,
it may not even ever occur to you.
It doesn't. I can't tell you last time I had a beer if I was thinking of, if I didn't have one last night.
Right.
But I don't want to go forever without a beer. I just don't, because I like the taste of a good cold beer.
Right.
If I have to listen to politics for the rest of my life, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to go without my Titans for the rest of my life. But if we will keep getting political and talking all this nonsense in sports, like sports is supposed to be the one escape.
Mm-hmm.
Football might be the one I take out if it's going to come with all the horse shit.
Yeah, and it's going to. It's just
for the near future.
Yeah,
at least till November.
Forever. It's forever going to be that now.
Yeah. Sex. Hold on. Let me just mark that one out because that one's not.
Yeah.
Coming off.
You're not marking it out as that's the one. You're marking that out as that's not even an option. Let's just take it off the table. It's staying.
That's kind of the one that gets under your skin when you hit that. You're like, I kind of like what happens here. I like this one.
No, I like that one. That's
probably staying.
Yeah. I don't want that to be something that never happens again.
Yeah. And like I said, so beer staying.
You know how you can tell that's something that stays? You can find like 80 or 90-year-old men with Alzheimer's in the hospitals pinching nurses' asses, so that one stays.
Right. So I will say steak. Because I can go to a restaurant and get.
You've never been like, let's go get a steak guy anyway.
I like steak.
No, I get it, but you've never been like, man, let's go get a steak.
But I've said
you've said let's go get a beer.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I ain't gonna say let's go have some sex, but
I never told you that.
You never told me that.
No. But I have said let's go to a football game.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe my younger days might have said the term, like to get me a little.
Yeah.
But I've never just said, hey.
You might have said, where's it at tonight? You might maybe.
No, you got it on.
Where's I know it's there.
Yeah. But the steak, no.
You've had one.
I love them.
They're good. Like you go, but you know what else could be good? Chicken. Chicken could be good.
Chicken's great.
Yeah.
Hamburger, I've never been wrong by hamburger. Good burger.
Lasagna sometimes, spaghetti,
Mom, the meatloaf.
The meatloaf!
Fuck. Never know what she's doing in there. You look just like it. So, steak's mine.
Yeah.
Answer.
I'd go with that.
Steak for you too?
No. Oh. I'm good with
football.
Yeah. I'm football all day. Or beer.
Or sex.
I'm keeping the steaks, goddammit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. That's the July edition. We'll see you on August 1.
Love you. Sorry it took so damn long.
You know.
Well, it happens. We love you.